I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. You know, how valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is the documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast.
We got a late one today. It's 11:44 p.m. July 6th, 2024. So I'm leaving WinCo right now. And in case somebody doesn't know who's listening in 17 years, WinCo's a grocery store that's 24/7. That's pretty cool. Anyway, leaving WinCo because I didn't talk to any stranger today at all. I talked to plenty, but they weren't conversations. I didn't engage in any kind of dialogue. It was really brief. It didn't feel in my heart that it counted as talking to a stranger. So I finished the gym way late today, and so I went to WinCo literally to talk to somebody. Because when I was at the gym, it seemed like everybody was doing their own shit. There was one guy that had cool shoes, so I was gonna be like, "Hey man, where'd you get your shoes?" Just whatever I can do to get in the conversation, and to be fair, he did have cool shoes, so I was kind of interested, but they didn't get it done, and the guy left early and I couldn't find him. I actually walked around the gym trying to find him, but whatever. So and for context, in case somebody has no idea, part of phase 3 for LiveHard 75 hard is you got to talk to a random stranger every day of the program. So that's what I was trying to do. So I go to WinCo to try to do that. I got rejected by this lady, dude. So this lady's stocking the shelves or whatever. I'm like, oh man, is it always this busy this late? She goes, yep. And I was like, oh, so is this what time you guys start like loading the shelves and stuff? Is that? And she goes, yeah. I was like, cool. And so I didn't count that because it wasn't conversation, bro. So that happened, and then I walk around and there's one guy that's wheeling a dolly around full of shit. He's just hauling ass. And I said the same thing. I'm like, oh man, this is usually what time you guys start doing everything? And he goes, yeah. And then he keeps hauling ass on the aisle. He just keeps going, doesn't turn around, doesn't stop. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Can I just talk to somebody, please, So then I walk around the store. Meanwhile, I got a grocery cart and I'm just filling it up with shit. And I need stuff, but I didn't need to spend $50 to talk to a stranger tonight, but whatever. So walk around the store a little bit more, find this guy over here by the frozen section. So I'm looking at food items that are not on my diet, and I'm just sitting there like, hey, I'm gonna ask this motherfucker, here we go. And I look at him and I'm like, dude, is this usually what time you guys start loading shelves? And he goes, oh man, dude, it's crazy, wait down. And in my head I was like, here we go, fuck yeah, I got him, So we had a little conversation about how busy it gets, what time it's the busiest, what time people do certain things, what time he gets off, his shift, other people complaining about work. Had a nice conversation. And it's so funny, man, because like no shit. As soon as he started talking, pretty much, I was just under my breath, just fuck yes, So that's that. So anyway, that's the Live Hard portion of the show. As far as everything else goes, I'm really struggling, man. This is some exhausting shit. I think the heat with FedEx, being outside all day and running, and then going on an outdoor workout right after, and then really not eating a ton at work as far as energy goes, not refueling with any kind of electrolytes or anything, just plain water. I think it's getting to me. It's really exhausting. And so I actually took a little nap today, a 5-minute nap, but it's dangerous because I have on my timer, I have the tone to play when it stops, when the timer goes off, to not a tone at all. It just stops playing music. So if there's no music playing, it just doesn't make noise at all. It just nothing. So I took a 5-minute nap that turned into a half hour, and I woke up extremely disoriented because I looked at the clock and it was 8 o'clock, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to go to bed now. Oh fuck, And we're good because I couldn't start my workout until 8:50. and I had plenty of time, and everything was great. I'm fine. But there for a minute, I had that thought of like, dude, did I just fail? I failed the program, huh? Oh no. But not to be feared here. No worries. Didn't fail. We're good. But that's that. Just exhausted. So whatever. But I'm home now. Day is 1,000% done. Completed the day. Talked to a stranger. Random act of kindness. And yeah, I'm going to talk about that real quick, and I'm going to end the show because I'm going to eat and go to bed. But my random act of kindness today was I actually wrote a little letter, or a little note, if you will, on a flashcard, and I taped it to the bottom portion of the mirror in the gym. And what it said was, let me see if I pull up a photo. It says, "Hey, random stranger, keep showing up. You have people who believe in you. Keep working toward your dreams. This is your reminder to keep grinding. It will all be worth it." That's it. So I wrote on a little card, put some duct tape on that, put it on the mirror in the corner, and I'm just going to wait to see how long it stays on there, I guess. And yeah, it's right on the dumbbell rack, right in front of the dumbbell rack. It's not obstructing any view. It's out of the way completely. It's not hidden at all. It's right there, but it's not super obnoxious. It's just a white card with a black marker. And I put that at the Hess Fitness Center in Layton, or Hill Air Force Base, Utah, today. So we'll see how long it stays there. I can't imagine it stays there longer than a month or so. I'm sure it's not allowed, but hopefully one person sees it and gets some kind of spark of inspiration to be better, to keep going, or whatever. So, I don't know, man. So that was my random act. So, yeah, that's a show. Now I got to write about it and go to bed. So, good night. Peace.
Hey, thanks for listening, and quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds, and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.